Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me one day, yeah. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say goodbye.
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you finding, see you looking down and out. Coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music, I'm saying.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me one day, yeah. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time.
So, Kel, you are saying I'm spoiling y'all. I'm just trying to stay true to what I said the other day. Like, I said I was going to be here on Thursday, so I wanted to stay true to that and not flake out because it's very easy to flake out. But, yeah, I told myself, I was like, I'm going to do it.
So now I gotta
And I know, like, I don't necessarily, like, have to stream, like, 2.5 hours or whatever. Like, it could be a small stream, honestly, if I wanted it to be. But I still wanted to show up. So that is part of my commitment to y'all as chat. So, you're welcome. But, yeah, how are you today? How are you on this Thursday? This is a Thursday. I have to keep reminding myself what day of the week it is since I was off on Monday. And every time that I'm off, like a random day like that, the rest of the week is just like a blur. And also it's just kind of like, oh yeah, literally I have to remember what day it is. But yeah, no, it is Thursday. It is July the 30th, which is crazy. Crazy. It seems to me that it should still be like March or something, but the heat definitely says otherwise. This is not spring heat. This is the thick of summer heat. But also, like, schools start back next week. Well, not all of them, but most of them start back next week, which is also crazy. I feel like school just got out and now it's back, but you know, whatever. Whatever. Anywho, yeah, so I hope y'all are doing great today. What I have planned on what I'm going to work on is I am planning on working on another one of the fancy skirts that I finished recently. The one that I did recently, it was like pastels, and yeah, so the next one that I'm doing is going to be like red and blue. That's my plan. So I, of course, like, you know, what, 90, well, maybe not 90%, but probably like 80% of sewing is just like cutting out fabric and pressing it. So, yeah. But that's what I plan on doing today. So I've got my fabric laid out and all that good stuff. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Let me get my phone set up over here. Make sure I've got it squared away. All right. I got it there. And y'all will even be proud of me. I even restarted my computer to make sure that like my browsers were updated and OBS was updated, all that good stuff. So I'm in good shape right now. So yeah, like I said, we'll go ahead and just get started. So let's get our scenery set up. Got my fabric there. Ooh, and I even have this little thing. Ooh, look at that. You like that? Yeah. All right, where's my little... Okay. There we go. All right, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, ooh. Ooh, okay, so let's just test it. Let's test that. Okay, there's that one, and let's test this one. Test it. There we go. Okay, the YouTube one's just a little bit behind, but okay. Oh, and it's red and it's blue, just like the project. Isn't that cute? Isn't that adorable? I know it is. Anyway. Okay. All right. So, like I said earlier, we are going to be working on cutting out some fabric for the next fancy skirt that I'm planning on doing. So, I've pulled some fabrics out. Some things that I think would work out pretty well together. Now, some of these are t-shirts. Well, not t-shirts, like just cotton shirts. Like this one is... I guess this was meant to be like a reversible thing, I guess. I don't know, but it's clearly like a kid's shirt. But I can get a couple of patterns out of this, I believe. Maybe 2. This is a self-drafted pattern that I made up. But we've got this shirt, and I've got some pieces, some sleeves from another shirt. And let's see. We've got these sleeves. These are just like some men's shirts. I've already used the other pieces for another skirt. So, got those. What is this? Oh, okay. So this is like the back of that one shirt. Okay. I got these. I just, right before I came on the screen, I pulled this. This is like a, oh no, it kind of feels like flannel. I guess it is flannel. I mean, it obviously looks like it, but yeah, it's like a flannel. It's kind of thick. And then I've got just like some pieces of like, you know, quilting cotton. I really, really love this fabric. Yeah, the little ladybugs and strawberries, I don't know. It's just really, I really like that. I think this is the last of this fabric that I have. I thought that I had used this up in another project, but I found a couple pieces. So I was like, yay. So I've got this one. This one is, I'm not 100% on this one. I don't know. The reason why is because it's more of a like a pink. The camera's probably gonna do some weird color balance thing, but The little, it's got like pears and cherries and fruit and stuff, and it's more pink than red, so I'm not 100% on that one. Same with this one. It looks red in some light, but then now that I'm looking at it, it looks dark pink, so I don't know. I think I'm probably still going to include it because, I mean, it's still all going to work. But yeah, I've got these, you know, got some gray. You know, this fabric, I have so much of this fabric. I'm trying to use it up, honestly. Then we got this. These are like, these little polka dots are actually navy blue. So I like to have, you know, some contrast and some different kind of things there. This blue, this is probably, whatever you want to call this blue right here, is probably my favorite shade of blue in the world. Like, I would call this like cobalt, maybe like a royal blue, but yeah, this right here has always been like my favorite. This fabric, another one I'm not 100% sure on. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I've got some other like vintage things, some of this. And I've also got this one that is red and blue, but it's like a different shade of red. But it's got the patchwork look to it. And I mean, I just love that. You know, if you've been here for 2 seconds, you know that I am like such a huge fan of patchwork. So I've got that. This red, I've got these like, I only have a tiny little bit, so I don't even know how much I'm going to be able to get out of this, but then I got some cream colored ones. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm just going to start cutting out some of my pattern pieces. Okay. And, you know, I may not even do any sewing tonight. It's probably going to end up being just cutting, talking, chilling, you know, and that kind of thing. But, so this is my pattern that I'm using. So I have a first, second, third, and fourth tier. Again, this is literally just a very simple parallelogram. Well, not parallelogram. I guess it'd be more like a, you know, just a trapezoid. That's what we're calling it. A trapezoid has 2 parallel lines. You know, you got your parallelogram, you got your rhombus, you got your trapezoid. Yeah, I'm bringing it back old school. We can bring it back old school, right? That's what we do. So I've got my pattern pieces here. And my first tier, you can see it's a little bit taller than the other ones. Now, my main thing about this was to be for the waistband so that I can fold it down. What I've discovered that I like to do is I like to just add a separate waistband, because sometimes I like to do some gathering whenever I attach the pieces. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to modify this to just be the same height as these other ones. So we'll do that very, very first thing. But yeah, that is the pile of fabrics that we're working with. Now, what I noticed when I did my last one was I tried my best. Now, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I tried my best to just cut out no more than 3 pieces of the same fabric. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have enough of this, and what I may end up doing is going as far as I can, and then the next time that I go thrifting, I can look for coordinating fabrics that go with this. That will probably be what happens. But I think that we can get pretty far with what we have. Alright, so what I'm going to start with is I am going to start with the men's shirts. I'm going to start with this small one, see what I can get, deconstruct, and kind of go from there. Then we'll go to these sleeves, and then we'll go to the flannel, and then we'll go to the quilting cotton. So yeah, grab you something to hang on to, like a drink or whatever. I had some tea earlier, and now I just have my water, which is over there. But oh yeah, well before we start cutting, let's go ahead and modify this pattern. Get my knife out. Yeah, and that was another thing too, was I noticed that when I did my last skirt that it was pretty much ankle length on me. And the ankle length is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I kind of like the A length, I guess, like the mid calf kind of length. So let's do this. Let me try something here. Because what I can also do is just not even do this first tier. This is going to take out some of the fabrics that I can use, but let's see. Actually, let's see if I can do it like this. How about this? And let's see what length this is. If I have my seam allowance and I lay it like this, and I'm going to take off that 2 inches on here. Let me measure. Let's measure. Where is my tape? Oh, it's over here. I like to scoot. I get in my chair and I start scooting. While I'm over here, I'm going to grab my water. Oh, look at the branding. Look at the branding. Ooh. We like to scoot. Scoot count 1. Yes. Yes, that is you're right. It is scoot count 1. Alright, so if I don't add the bottom tier on there, it's 25 inches. So let's see. 25 inches fits about where I want it to be. And then plus the waistband. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We'll just do this one as a 3 tier. Okay, yeah. Alright, and either way, I'm just going to go ahead and make all 3 of these the same. Well, it would probably help if I, cut it straight. Although, here is, nothing over here is like perfect or straight or anything. You know, we just kind of roll with it. Okay, so there is our 1, 2, 3 tier pattern pieces that we're going to do. The bottom one, we're just going to leave you be and come back to you one day when we want to do a mega ultra skirt. Okay, now that we have that, now we can go to our pieces. Now, one of the things that you're going to see featured in this is going to be my homemade paper weights. My homemade, I guess, pattern weights is what it would be. So I have these 3 that I made with, they look very rough, okay? I guess they kind of look like those like bean bags that you use for cornhole or whatever. But these were made out of just a piece of canvas, and they are filled with screws. Just like your basic, like, I think they're machine screws. Yeah, they're filled with screws, so they've got a lot of heft to them, and I really like that. Now I also have some smaller ones that I made, just like this. And there are washers, just washers from the hardware store that I put inside of a piece of fabric with a zip tie, because, yeah, I'm always trying to use what I've got. so I don't have to buy anything. I'm not really trying to buy anything ever. But yeah, so you'll see those featured during this process. Alright, so on this shirt, the way that I like to go about this is I like to put this out flat, and I like to see what's the biggest piece I can get from it. Since this is such a small shirt, I'm not gonna deconstruct it all the way, like take the sleeves and all that, because I know like I won't really be able to use that on here unless I make like some sort of embellishments, but it's okay. Okay, I can get a 3-tier out of it. Okay. So then we use our pattern weight. So convenient. Alright, and our rotary cutter. You know, I am actually going to change my blade. I know that y'all are going to be so proud that I'm changing this blade, because I have a blade sharpener and it works pretty good. But this particular blade, I have sharpened it probably 5 times already. And the proper way to do it is to put the water on it, and then you do it like 20 times this way, then you do it 20 times on the small grit. And anyway, I didn't plan for all that. So we're just going to change this blade. And we're going to put a fresh one so everything will be like butter. And what I'll do is I will put this one in a little like piece of paper, and I'll probably sharpen it one more time and see how it does. But it's pretty much on its last legs. So we'll just put it right here. And I'm going to put it over here to the side and not over there so I don't forget about it. Now let's get a new blade. And I have a pack over there that has been opened, but I don't know if I've put used ones in there or if there are new ones in there. So before we open this pack, we're going to write new. So this is a brand new pack. I've had this for quite a while, because like I said, I don't change my blade as much as I should. Okay, so we are going to write new blades with a Z. New blades, 2 Z's. If you know, you know. All right. Golly. Have I already sliced myself? Did I just slice myself just trying to separate those? God, that's the difference between a dull and a new one. I can touch that other one all day. Did I slice myself? I don't know. I don't think I did. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Who dis? I don't know. Who is this? Who is this? I don't know who this is. Absolutely not, Ruben. Who is this? Who are you? Oh my God, a new blade. Oh, it's so nice. Ah. Why do I not use a new one all the time? Because the shits get expensive, but oh, it's so nice. Oh. Ah. Oh my goodness. It's like literal butter. gosh. Ugh! Where am I? You are in a dream. You are in an illusion. You are in the Twilight Zone. Do. Are these connected? Why are these connected? What? I don't... That's crazy. How in the world? That was weird. They were like tacked together. Oh. That is weird. I've never seen a shirt like that. Okay. You're at Festina's place. Secondhand stitches isn't real. They can't. Right. Pretty much. What's up, Ruben? Are those like paperweights? Oh, yes. Yes, if you had gotten here on time, then you would have heard my description of what these are. But yeah, they're pattern weights / paperweights. See? I told you. Same sassy me. Just a new name. So that's what you get. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can cool story me all you want. Yeah, no, I'm working on a fancy skirt, actually. I'm working on, I finished one the other day, and it didn't take as long as I thought that it would. So, and I really, really love making them. So, I'm making another one. Now, I don't know how I feel about these little basting threads in here. I guess it's good that I only have the one shirt, but... Okay, well... What? Let me see if I can use my lint roller. Can I get them out like this? No? Okay, there's a big chance I may not even use this piece. It's gonna piss me off like that. So this persona is probably told. How are you gonna copyright persona? Like, really? Okay, yeah, makes lots of sense. Dude, look, we used to cast spells when I LARP. If they were filled with birdseed, it'd be the same thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, there's, I made 4 of them. No, they have washers. Like, how big are these? 1 1¼ inch washers from the hardware store, and then they're just wrapped in fabric with a zip tie. So I use them for paper weights, pattern weights. They work out pretty well. So, or they're filled with Fent. Sure, we're Fent folding up in here. Sure. Hopefully that won't get my. I don't think that'll get my video flagged. I don't know. YouTube and Twitch run by different rules. So I don't think it. Wow. That was not expected. Wow. Yeah. Yep. Okay, see, I can't even use this. I can't even do this shirt now. I'm going to another piece. No, you're fine. No, trust me. Once it uploads, it'll tell me if something's wrong or not. I learned that the hard way. YouTube side will definitely tell me if something is jacked up. The Twitch side will probably just be like, oh yeah, you're good. We just let everything slide nowadays, but yeah, the YouTube will be like, actually, you can't do that over here. Okay. My bad. My bad. But no, it's all good. You're good. Yeah, no, Kel, that's weird. Like, Tell them folks to stop. I know, like, I know that you're not, like, part of it or anything, but yeah, them folks need to be calming down. You can't just be doing all that. You don't even see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, well, you know, people be trying to do all sorts of crazy stuff now. Fursana. And try to copyright it. Be like, hello? Nobody asked. I cannot believe how nice this blade is. Ah! Goodness. I just need to, like, get some stock of, like, new blades. Like, even when it gets sharpened, it's not this nice. Ugh. Okay, so let me explain also what I'm doing. Let me get comfortable. I'm like sitting on the edge of my chair over here like I'm about to tell some story, and I'm not. Okay, yeah, let me get into position. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's way more comfortable. Yeah, so on my pattern pieces, well, now since I'm doing a 3-tier instead of a 4-tier, it won't take me as long, but we're gonna do 19 of each piece. I know this says 27, just ignore that. I didn't change that before I printed it, but the way that I have this fixed is that if I do 19 of these rows like this, then that will be a full circle skirt, and that is what I like to do. Full circle skirts just have maximum flowability. So I'm always trying to do a full one. There's like a way that you can do a double circle skirt, and you just basically double a single circle. Yeah, that's a lot of fabric. But yeah, so we're gonna do 19 of this piece, 19 of this piece, and 19 of this. So that is the magic number. I'm going to do my best to get the most of what I can out of the bigger one, because that's usually how it goes. It's usually more difficult to get the pieces, the bigger pieces. The smaller ones will fit in everything. Okay, I was wondering if I was going to be able to get one of these. But yeah, see how convenient that is? And I know, like, somebody would probably, like, look at this video and be like, oh my gosh, why are you not pressing that before you cut it? You're gonna be so inaccurate. Well, kumbaya and YOLO and, you know, insert whatever kind of phrase that you want to put in there. I really don't care. I do not care. I do what I want. Okay. Alright, another thing too is keeping all of my keeping my pieces in the right pile as well. One, it's not going to be as hard as it was last time. Third tier and bottom tier are very close in size, and I was like, oh, how many pieces do I have? Do I have enough? Oh, but another thing that I do like to do whenever I'm using these shirts is I like to utilize the little pocket. Like if there's a little pocket on the front, I like to use that in my design so that, you know, it's like you can put your little trinkets in there. I think when I posted this on Facebook, I put something about your ethereal trinkets, and people liked that. So, you know, I was using fancy words, something more than like 4 letters. Some people don't know how that goes, but I do. I do. Okay, so you stitched the pocket all the way down, so it's not meant to be double-sided. But like, how did you... I'm still trying to figure out how they did this. I guess they just... Huh. Okay. Weird. I'm just... I have no idea. But what I'm getting, what I'm using, or what I'm doing here is I am... Let me close that blade so I don't slice myself open. I am deconstructing this shirt now. And I'm trying to see what I have available that I could probably patchwork with something else to make a bigger piece. So we're not using any of the cuffs. We're not using any of the plackets. We're not using any of that business. We are just going to be using all of the flat that we can. So like this flat right here. Let's see. Can I get a pattern piece from it? Oh, I can. I can. I'll just be utilizing some of this, and I might actually just seam rip that off where this little button is. I actually also like utilizing these in my design too. But can I avoid that little part? Okay. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll just cut it out. There. And yeah, y'all are gonna hear me talk about the blade, okay? You're gonna hear me talk about it. And to do my best to not cut myself. Which should be pretty easy because everything's just gliding through. Okay, I knew that wasn't gonna work. Yay. And I guess I'll just leave this double-sided because why not? Alright. Let's go and do this with the other sleeve. Now, I didn't mean to scare y'all off by being sassy earlier, okay? You gotta know that I'm just the sassiest of them all. And I'm not gonna yell at y'all for saying anything. But no, I did almost bail on stream tonight. Just because work was an adventure today. I'll just put it to you like that. It wasn't necessarily bad per se. It was just a lot going on. There was a lot going on, and it was one of those days where you come home and you just want to sit on the couch and like not move. You want to go into rock mode for a while. But again, I wanted to stay the course. Okay, so there's all of this. Now I know that there are some upcyclers that like use the collars, and they'll do some sort of like fancy type of thing, and then they'll take these and like make like a bracelet. They're like, I can't bear to throw anything away, so they're like going to make a thing like that. I have not gotten quite to that point in my upcycling journey. I have to tell myself, and I've got to get better about not letting trying to save every single piece get in the way of my creativity, because I've noticed that is like, okay, if I try to, I'm gonna use every little bit, I'm gonna use every little piece, and then that just stops me from doing anything else, because I'm like, oh, I gotta figure out a way to use this, a way to use that. And I think identifying that has helped kind of break through a big barrier that I had. So I was pretty proud of figuring that out, because yeah, it can definitely get in the way of like the stuff that you want to do. So just a little tidbit. That's a little secondhand stitches tidbit if you want to take note. All right. Okay, so yeah, see the sleeve, when I open up that sleeve, it just gives so much space right there for the perfect pattern piece. And what's also nice too is on the sleeves is like if I wanted to do one like this way and I wanted to have like a different stripe pattern, then I can do it just like that as well. So, but on this one, I believe I'm just going to do it this way. And we shall cut it out just like this. And look at me taking my time. Actually, that's by nature, so that I don't cut myself. All right, what can we get out of this? Can we get a tier 1? Yes. Can we get a tier 2? I don't think I've cut a tier 2 piece yet. Can I get it if I go all the way to the edge? I believe we can. I believe we can do that. Because this is my pattern, this is my skirt, and I can do what I want to do. Alright, I'm gonna give this a little scoochy scooch down so I can get all the way there. Yeah. All right. So what I was saying earlier was with my pieces, I try my best to do just 2 of the same color in the same shape. I don't know if I said that, but like I'll try to do maximum 2 pieces of the second tier in this, 2 pieces of the bottom, 2 pieces of the first, depending on how much that I've got. So that's the plan. So, funny story. Well, funny to me, I guess, but nobody else probably cares. but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. So, funny to me story was I just recently discovered the art of ripping fabric. And I know that that sounds like really stupid, but I've never thought to like take a piece and like if I needed a long strip that was a certain width, then I would cut the piece however wide that I want it, and then I can just rip it all the way down it. Like, I know, again, that's stupid and that people have been doing that for centuries, but for whatever reason, I'd never gotten into the ripping stage. But I am now a ripper. Yeah. I don't really need something that long unless I'm doing like a big ruffle or something, but yeah. I am a ripper. Okay, so see, like on this one, I am going to do the same pattern, but I'm going to do it this way so that it has a different look. I'll try to line it up on a stripe. I love these so much. Sometimes it's the little things. You know, getting yourself a sweet treat or just using a new blade or just a fun little something that you found that works for whatever you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Did I not tape that all the way? Oh, yeah, I need to tape that. Because that is annoying. Oh, no. No. There we go. Way more substantial like that. Okay. Alright, so alright, there's 1, 2. And yeah, I will press these at some point, okay? Don't think I'm just gonna try to do too much without pressing them. I will. Okay, calm down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, see, I already have 5 pieces of the big. Like, yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool. Okay, can I get... Alright. Now, I'm not going to use my pattern weights. I'm just going to use my hand. Just going to use my hand. And then I'm going to cut the... Oh. Alright. Alright. So I've got this tier 2 is tier 1. Alright. Oh no, what is this? Oh, I saved this. Oh, look at past me getting all smart. Oh. Look, I was talking about the pockets earlier. Look at that. I even saved this as a little wide piece so I could use that pocket. Okay. Okay. Can't quite get that one. But I can get this and use the whole pocket. Oh yeah. Look at that. I don't want it too close to my seam allowance. Okay, I think that'll be cool. And see what's crazy is the blade earlier. Like I've been streaming for, let's see, 53 minutes. Okay, I changed this blade probably about 45 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. I changed this blade. I can already tell a difference. Like it's still cutting well, but like just in this little bit that I've cut, I can tell like a little bit of resistance in it now. So quick how that happens. And that's why people talk about like these blades being being consumables or whatever. Like if you're doing quilting and you're cutting like a bunch of stuff, you're just going crazy and cutting a shit ton of stuff. Yeah, you be going through these things like wildfire. Cause with quilting, I don't know. I couldn't imagine being a quilter and using scissors. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know you can do it, but it just seems a little outrageous. If you're cutting squares, triangles, a bunch of them, yeah, it never lasts. Exactly. It doesn't. It doesn't. Like, I mean, I can feel the fibers against it. And before that first cut, I mean, I couldn't feel any resistance. But yeah, like I've been going slow so that I don't cut into the paper. But yeah, like I can feel just a tiny bit. Wow. That is wild. But that's life. That's how it goes. Okay, so I did one piece that way and done that one. Okay, so I have some more of this fabric like I was showing y'all, but I'm going to put it to the side for now, unless I have a pocket. I don't think I do. I think I've already used the pockets. Yeah, I'm going to put this to the side for now. I'll probably come back to it, but let's go ahead and do this, this fabric. Because I really like this color scheme that's going on here, so. See, we're gonna do another big piece. Yeah. Okay. So, interesting story. Again, I'm gonna tell y'all because I can and you're here. And you chose to be here on this Thursday. I didn't force you to be here. But, so, funny story. Damn, what was I going to say? Did it have to do with the cutting or did it have to do with the fabric? Wow, that's funny. That's just that quick. Do with ironing. Jeez, that's crazy. How fast that went away. Just went away. It'll probably come back. But yeah, that's wild. I haven't had that happen in a long time. Damn, what was it? Dang, chat, y'all supposed to not let me do stuff like that. It's always chat's fault. That's one thing I've learned in my earlier days of streaming. And since I've been streaming for so long, it's like, just blame chat. Dang. That is crazy. It was there and then it was gone. Golly. I love this fabric so much. That's the one thing about, you know, getting fabric from secondhand, from thrift stores and, you know, things like that, is that when you find one that you really like and you're like, man, when I use this up, there's no more. I mean, there might be, but you'd have to like really like scour the internet for it. But what's another thing that's kind of good though is that on Facebook specifically, there's a lot of groups of people wanting to destash fabric. They're wanting to get rid of it, like they've been having it. And they're wanting to downsize or get out of sewing. And I mean, there are people in those groups that are like on top of that button constantly. Like somebody be like, hey, I'm having a de-stash sale, blah, blah, blah. Then people will be like, mine claimed, so freaking fast. I'm like, do y'all not have jobs? And then I'm like, oh, they probably don't. They're probably like, I don't know, just chilling at the house. I'm like, oh, yeah. Like some of us can't just stay glued to the Facebook buttons constantly. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that. I don't know about this one. I don't know if this one would be too dark. I mean, if I'm going to use that one and that one, then probably not. We'll see if we need it, I guess. I may not need all these fabrics because I'm doing a 3-tier. So let's just go with that. Y'all know half of the things that I'm telling to y'all are just the things that I'm telling my brain. Okay, so, you know, sometimes I get into a situation like this, and I'll show y'all what I mean. So there's this piece right here. And when I line this up on my big piece, you can see that there is a tiny bit. It's a tiny bit short. Now, what I can be inclined to do is that since this is the bottom tier, I could go ahead and cut this out. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to piece this together with something to make a piece that's big enough for the 3rd tier, like actually big enough, because I think it's going to be short on all of them pretty much. Yeah, I'm going to patchwork that with something else. And then we'll just go ahead and kind of do this. Yeah, that is so wild. How that sharpness just goes away. Just goes away. But I mean, like, for real though, like, isn't that just... Oh no, I really, and like even on camera, when I'm looking at it in my OBS, like, it's just nice. I like it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do this. It is just easy enough to just go ahead and just use the weights, but and then pieces that I can use for the patchwork bits, I'm gonna put those to the side. Like I have a pile down here that are optional pieces, and then I have my trash pile of stuff that I know I'm not gonna use, and then I have my like stack of things that I may add together to make bigger pieces. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's see. Oh, look at this one. Oh, well, shit, I should have used that one instead of the other one. Oh, okay. It's okay. This is another fabric that I'm going to be sad when it's gone. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's perfect. Okay. No, that's another thing that's fun too. All right. Yay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that was unexpected. I did not realize that that piece would be just perfect for a bottom tier. And if that one was good, then this one should be too. Yep. Yep. I can guarantee that's probably why I've held on to these, was because I was like, oh, or did I cut those for another project? Oh, did I cut those for something? And then didn't put it in there with it? Let's see. Let's see what size they are. 13 by 9.5. No. No, I wouldn't have cut anything that size. Nope. Okay. Man, this feels so less overwhelming without that last bottom tier and having to come up with 19 more pieces of fabric. That is wild. The difference. Huh. I need to remember that. Huh. Okay. That goes to the patchwork pile. Okay. Oh, this is a fun fabric. Oh. Okay. So let me tell y'all a story about this fabric here. So last year, for those of you that may not know or be familiar with me, last year I told myself that I was going to put myself out there and I was going to do a lot of in-person markets. So I ended up doing like 8 or 9 or 10 in-person markets. It was a learning experience. I met a lot of cool people though, and I had a lot of opportunities come from that. But there was this one lady that came to my show, one of my shows earlier in the year. Later in the year, she saw me at a show and she was like, hey, I would love to give you some scrap fabric that belonged to her aunt or somebody. And she was like, it's not a lot, but I know that you'll do something awesome with it. And this was just somebody random that I had met. Like, I was not expecting it. But anyway, she came into the venue, saw my booth, went back out to her car and brought me this little bag of fabric, and it was like in a Ziploc bag. And she was like, here, you can have it. And I was like, what? Somebody just thought of me and was like, oh, I like your stuff. I think you're cool. I'm going to give you this fabric. So this is one of the pieces. This one, these were in there. This one, I believe this one. All of these kind of like smaller pieces that I've got over here, a lot of these came from that lady. And if she ever sees this video, I'm so sorry that I don't remember your name. I'm terrible with names, terrible. But I know if I go look at my Facebook page, I know exactly who you are. And I just want to say I'm very appreciative of you thinking a little old me. And your fabric, your aunt's, your relative's fabric is definitely going to good use. So thank you again for your gracious donation. But yeah, it's like got these like, yeah, you can see that pattern. Yeah. Yeah, I know that was another, that's another thing too. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do something with these so that they're not just hanging out. And this is the perfect kind of application for that. I can already see that I'm going to need to patchwork that piece onto something else. I probably will put it with this to make something bigger so I can cut a pattern piece. Because that just kind of goes with the whole aesthetic. It kind of goes with the whole thing. Okay, so see, now I'm getting a giant stack of the bottom tier ones. And what I'm going to actually end up doing is I may get to a point where I'm just going to do one fabric, depending on what I've got. And then some of the duplicates that I have will turn into the second tier piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 already? Yeah, I pulled out so many pieces. That's crazy. Okay, well, if I'm already at 10, I need to like figure out something else. Now this is another piece. This was like a little, I got this from somebody, and it's like a vintage, I don't know what this was. It may have been like sheets or something. It's so soft. It's so soft, but there's still so much like usable fabric on it. And it goes with the scheme with the red and the blue. So we will probably, now this one I do want to double check because there were some other pieces of this that I got and there were some tiny holes in it. They were mainly on the edge, but like there's one right there. Y'all probably can't see it, but it's like a tiny hole. And I just want to be aware of that. But I might be able to get all 3 tiers out of this. Maybe not. I might just be able to get a 3 and a 1. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I was like, just making sure that that was still going on over there. I'm still trying to think about the story that I was going to tell y'all earlier, and I just completely brain farted on that. That is wild. I really was not like, oh yeah, funny story, and then my brain's like, nope. It's like, no, you thought you were going to tell a story? You can shut up. Like, dang, dude. I was just trying to entertain my chat. That's another indicator that I know that I had a lot going on earlier today at the worky work. Okay. How many do I have on the one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. I've only cut out 2 of the tier 2 ones, so let's see what we can do to rectify that. Okay. Oh, this was that other piece that I was going to add. Okay. My pile grows bigger for the patchworking. I want to also save room for those as well. Also, I love looking at the selvages of different fabrics. Like this one, you know, it kind of tells a story too. This says Cranston Print Works Co. 100% cotton, a VIP print. It doesn't have a date on it. A lot of the times the selvage will also have the date that it was screen printed or made or whatever, but this one doesn't. But it's still like interesting to see like the company or to see like how it was made, screen print, blah blah blah. So I don't know, that's a fun little story. Yeah, I'm having a whole lot of luck on this tonight. This is pretty cool. I'm going to go down here where this little cutout is. I did not do this cutout. That was already in the fabric. So okay. Alright, yeah, I gotta get some more of these number 2 pieces. Not poop pieces. Don't even come at me with a poop joke. That's not what I meant. Number 2. Tier 2. How about that? Is that better? Come with a tier 2. Alright, I did a tier 1, a tier 2, a tier 3. Okay, now I'm gonna try something, and y'all are gonna probably be like, well, why the hell did you do that before? I'm gonna try to stack some fabrics. Now, there's a reason why I haven't done this before, and at least with doing this, is because usually the pieces I'm working with are from like men's shirts and things like that, and I've got to deconstruct the shirt and then get it flat, do this, do that, and there's not usually a good way of stacking. But since I have so many of these smaller pieces, we are going to go for it. So I'm gonna put that one to the side, and we're gonna get this one. Okay. Like I said, I've been doing all of these cuts. I need to, hold on. I need to do my thing where I put the quantities down. Because that is very helpful to keep up with how many I've got. I don't have to recount. One, two, three, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. All right, we got 12 so far. The magic number is 19, so we are getting very close with this one. All right, I gotta do a bio break because I've been drinking water like a madhouse. So I shall return in just a moment. Don't leave. Well, what happened there? Okay. I was like, what? I was like, what happened? Okay. Well, every time that I go to my other window, my chat refreshes. So that means that you got to put stuff in the chat so that there's, not a black box there. That's what y'all's job is to put something in that black box. So actually, let's see. Oh yeah, I can do this on my own channel because yeah. Hey, now what do we? Yeah, there we go. There we go. At least there's something there. All right. Okay, so back to stacking these. We'll go ahead and we've got 12 over there. So 19 is the magic number. So I should be able to probably get 7 pretty quick. Doing it like this. Yeah. Did you just type something? Oh, that was weird. Oh, maybe it... Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Crazy. Y'all, I didn't even think about this ruler that I had sitting right beside me to where I could be doing this, like, easier. Imagine using the tools that you have available to make things easier. How about that? Huh? What? What? Using tools? Heaven forbid. I do declare. Oh no, I cut into the paper. Oh no. Not the paper. But that is 3 more of these done. So if I put that on top of the 12, I know that that's 15. 15. And then I can come back to these. And I think what I'm gonna do on the bottom tier is I'm not going to cut out any more pieces until I do like some patchwork things. I believe that's what I'm gonna do. But I can do a small out of this, maybe. Close enough. Close enough. Yeah, it's just something about that second tier that's just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and do 7. we can update that as we go. Okay. Alright, let's get over here into some of this. And like I said, we're not going to do any more bottom tiers. Actually, no, I lied. Because since I have duplicates...
Here, take the meat bridge.
What?
It's right here.
Oh, okay. Every time that something happens in a chat, I'm like, huh? What's that? Does that say pick pie? I should be able to read it on my phone, but I can't. Let me see. Pick pie. Okay, cool. Hello. Welcome to a sewing fabric cutting party that we are having. So, hello. Welcome. Oh, I see it now. Okay, in my little chat, it's like about this big. So, yes, welcome. That's what we got going on right now. Is I'm working on a skirt. A little fancy skirt. So, that's what we got going on so far. Cutting out fabric. I know this is not the most glamorous thing to do on stream, but it is a necessary part of sewing. So that is what I'm doing. But I hope you're having a good time so far, wherever you're at in the world. It is evening time where I'm at, so it's finally not getting quite so hot. But nice project. Thanks for the welcome. I sew too. Great to see. Yes, absolutely. No, I am getting back into the streaming groove. I used to stream a lot back in the day. I've been a little bit out of the game. They've added so many like fancy bells and whistles that I'm still learning, but yeah, you know, still have the community here. We still hang out. I'm from Louisiana. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm also in the Southeast. So, you know, it's like, it's been balls hot for way too long, but we're just now getting into it. So, hey, it is what it is. But, yeah, Louisiana is a whole different beast. Haven't been down there in a while, but, the times that I've gone, I was like, oh, I think the humidity is, a beast here. You go down there, it's like, oof. So, I feel you. Is this a one-off or will it be more regular? Well, you know, hey, let me tell you a story on that. So earlier in the week, I actually streamed 3 days in a row. And I have not done that in a very long time. You know, my husband, who was Stank Flap in the chat, he was like, oh, you're going to stream anything today? That's basically what he would ask me. And I didn't have a good reason to not stream. So I just turned on the camera and did some of this. But I worked on another skirt that's over there. I can show it to you if you want to see it. But I worked on that and I finished it off stream. But yeah, it was kind of like this one, although it had like 4 tiers instead of 3. But I'm wanting this to be a more regular thing. I'm wanting to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's what I want my like coming back schedule to be. So that's what we're working up to. So, oh no, I'm in Alabama. No, it's not a big deal. No, I didn't say my state. It wasn't. I just didn't think about it. Yeah, no, I'm in Alabama. So yeah, in the South, it's just hot. Yeah, I just think about everything. Anybody that lives in the deep South is just like, it's hot. So, yeah, that's been his, that is his online identity. Possibly one day will be his real identity. But yeah, he's a mess. But we've been married for almost 20 years. So, almost 20 years. So yeah, he enjoys the stank. Y'all actually got some trees. Yeah, you know, we do. We do. We got some trees. It's that is nice. That is absolutely nice to have some trees because otherwise it could be just like blasting, you know, and it's a different type of heat than like out west. You know, out west there's no humidity. But like, you know, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. You got sugar cane. Sugar cane. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got sugar. You got nothing to really like help with like, you know, giving like any kind of shade. So yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you on that. So I am well, I won't really say an ex-quilter because I still do some quilting. Like, I've gotten more here. I'm gonna come over here to the camera so I can actually like act like I'm talking. So yes, I did start out my sewing journey as a quilter primarily. That's what I did for years. Did some cosplay here and there with a little bit of apparel, but in the past about year or two, I've kind of transformed into upcycling and secondhand fabrics and things like that. So that's kind of my main focus now is upcycling. I love going to the thrift. I love going to an estate sale or a vintage store. You know, that's like I could live there. But yeah, so upcycling has been my main focus, and apparel. Mainly skirts is what I make. I've been making some like shirts because I've really been wanting to use t-shirts. There's so many freaking t-shirts at the thrift store. I mean, you go and it's just like a sea. And it's all like one-time events where, you know, it's got this big-ass graphic on the front and they used it for like a family reunion or something. And I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how I can utilize those because I really feel like that's an untapped resource that a lot of people don't want to mess with because it is a stretchy type of fabric. But quilting will always have a special place in my heart. So, yes, I did actually make this shirt. I did make this shirt. This was 2 shirts. I just split them down the middle and I serged it on the inside. And this is one of the most comfortable shirts that I have. So yes, I did make this. But, it's great. Love the upcycling. You got to make sure it's not too worn out. Exactly. That is another thing that you do have to make sure because there are some fabrics that are too delicate and too far gone. And, yeah, so that is definitely, you have a good point on that. I try to make sure and do my best that it's got plenty of life left, that it's not something that's just going to fall apart after the first wash. But, yeah, well, thank you. Here, since you're here, I'll show you the skirt that I did. So, hold on one second. It's over here, off camera, on my little rack. But, I love it. I love it because it was another thing that used like so many different fabrics. Let me make my camera big. Plus, I just like to show it off. So, oh, wrong thing. Hold on. Let me lock that. Let me lock my chat box and let me block that so I can grab the camera. Here we go. Yeah, I made underwear from old shirts. It went well for a day, right? Yeah, that's one thing I have not ventured into. Custom drawers for my significant other. Okay. Yeah, I have not ventured into that, the underwear game, but I do know people that have success in that. So this is the skirt that I made the other day. This is the same pattern that I'm using now, but yeah, so this is all secondhand fabrics, like nightgowns and men's shirts and curtains and sheets and all sorts of things. But here, I'll back up. But yeah, so you can't really see, but it goes basically to my ankles. I'm 5'6", so. But yeah, I'm gonna do like a fancy like photo shoot with this one day. I'm gonna make like a flower crown but yeah, so I added like some ruffles and some lace, and I made some little like flowers and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of this. And this pattern was a self-drafted pattern. I just made this. But yeah, I like it. And I can do whatever this motion is too, so. If you stick around, you'll learn that I'm a little bit of a weirdo, but that's what makes me quirky and awesome, so. But yeah, fun times. So yeah, now that I'm done with this one all the way, now, what does my brain say? My brain says, make another one. Make another one. All right. I'm just gonna set this right here in case I need to bust it out again. I got threads all over me. His is the struggle of being a sewist, right? Just threads everywhere. Let's see. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've actually, with the skirts that I've made, I was telling chat earlier, I usually will make a circle skirt because I just like the way that those look. I like the flounce and the bounce of a circle skirt, but I've tried a few different ways of doing skirts, and this is kind of one that I've landed on recently. So, but yeah, I just like a skirt because, I mean, you can layer it. I mean, skirts are, I feel that skirts are gender neutral. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be like whatever. Anybody can wear a skirt, and like I said, you can put it over some leggings and you just have a good old time. So yeah, but on this show I need to learn collars. Never just yeah, and and also, oh, I forgot to do my camera, sorry. Put my camera back. I got excited. Is there a style name for the one you made? I just call it a patchwork. I don't know the official names for most things. Like, half the time I'm just winging it when I'm doing something. So, like, I just recently learned what a pinafore was. You know, I'm in this upcycling group on the school platform, and they were talking about pinafores and this and that, and I was like, what the crap is a pinafore? So I had looked it up, and I was like, huh? So yeah, there's a lot of things that I don't know the names of, and I just come up with my own thoughts about it. But yeah, I just call mine a patchwork skirt. I don't know if there's a name. There probably is. So I don't know how to do a collar. Sorry, I'm just trying. No, you're fine. You're fine. You are all good. You know, I appreciate the conversation. I could talk about sewing for hours. So if you're good, you're good. Pinafore is a jumper, right? Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying. When I looked it up, what a pinafore was, I was like, is that not just a jumper? I was like, what's the difference? Because back in my day, you know, like growing up, I had a jumper. It was a dress with the straps, and I was like, is that not the same thing? So yeah, in my brain, it's very cottagecore, and it's a jumper, but it's also a pinafore. So, but you know, I'm also not trying to like look it up and chat GPT this and blah blah blah. Like I don't do all that. I don't do all that. So, yeah, but it's a jumper. You're right. But yeah, I was telling chat earlier. I was like, I know that me cutting out this fabric is not very entertaining. I mean, everybody wants to see everything come together. I mean, hell, I want to see everything come together. Like, I'd much rather be sewing than cutting out and pressing and this and that. But I can't put things together unless I've cut them out. So, always the struggle. But this process is way faster than the other one that I did before. So, this is a pattern for a dress from 3 holes for arms and no zipper. Oh, okay. Oh, is that? Wait. No, I'm thinking about something else. I was thinking about those wrap shirts that I've seen on Instagram a bunch, where it's just basically a square with a hole in the middle, and then it's got like the tails that you can tie on the sides. That's what I was thinking of. I was in a different space, but yeah, I'm not sure if I know what kind you're talking about. I know if I saw a photo of it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm sure I've seen it in a movie or something. But yeah, I don't know if I'm exactly familiar with the style that you're saying, but yeah, no, I made one of those because I saw it on Instagram and I got influenced, but it didn't really turn out how I wanted it to. So I really kind of just set it, like, I think I'm probably gonna end up repurposing it into something else. So, oh, you know what? It may kind of go with the scheme that I got now. Because it's actually this fabric that's on my little curtain. Yeah. I'm not going to worry with it. I think I've got enough fabric as it is. Let's see. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so technically I just need 2 more pieces for this. Dang, now that makes me think, that, do I want to add the 4th tier? Even though I've cut some stuff down already, I could probably make it happen. Let's see. Let's just do a little experiment here. Let's just get the 4th tier out. Oh, wow. That is quite a bit bigger, isn't it? Interesting. Yeah, I'll link if I find it. Yeah. Feel free. Feel free to, if you find it, link it. We'll take a look. But yeah, no, this, I'm planning on this being, like I said, with the streaming, I'm planning on this being a more regular type of thing. So, with you following, you'll get notifications of when I go live. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely going for a Tuesday, Thursday. And if that works out well, I can always add more days. But, you know, I have a normal job, so I can't do this all the time yet. there's somebody on YouTube that I follow, and I was watching one of her videos, and she said it in something before, and she was like, yeah, I plan on streaming until I'm a grandma and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'll open it and see. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, very cool. I've seen a pattern similar like that at like the thrift store, but I've never picked it up. That's pretty neat. I like the little wrap aspect of it, like the little flap on the front. Okay. Very cool. That is weird. It is weird, but I like that. I like stuff that's a little bit weird. I do have a Pinterest. Let's see. I haven't posted on it in forever, but I do have a Pinterest page. Let's see. Yeah, I was going hard with it at one point, and yeah, so that's my Pinterest page there. Yeah, I was going like super hard with it for a second, and then I was trying to do all the things, like literally all the things, and I could feel myself creeping towards burnout again, because I've been burnt out before, and it's not fun. It's not a good place to be. But I could tell that I was trying to do too many things and be in too many places. And I had to tell myself, okay, I can't do everything everywhere all at once. I'm not like that movie of the same name. But yeah, so I kind of let it slide. But yeah, so that's a little bit about me and what I got going on. What is that? Oh, okay. I was like, what is that notification? Okay, I see I got a new follower. Okay, well, I'm assuming that's you, so thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I heard the notification on my computer, and I was like, what is that? That's kind of like when I get a follow on Twitch and it does the whole alert thing, and I'm like, huh? That's how you can tell that I've been out of the game so long, is I don't remember what my alerts sound like. So yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've got a lot of like little things here and there that I can post on there. And I don't necessarily have to make it so much pressure on it. I think that's what I was trying to do, and that's why I was getting so whatever was I was putting so much pressure on myself of like, oh my gosh, I've got to make this happen within this amount of years or this time frame. And if I don't, then I'm going to be in a world of hurt, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah. So, just had to tell myself to have fun with it. Have fun. Again. That is kind of sheer. I mean, you can kind of see what's going on behind there, but yeah, people just have to make sure they got underwear on. Or not. Or not. How did I learn to sew? Well, that's a good question. I learned to sew. So back in the day, a lot of the times people would tell you, you know, a long drawn out story of like, oh, I sewed with my grandma and we would be on Sunday afternoons and we would sew all day long and she showed me this and she showed me that. Well, I don't have a story like that. I mean, my sewing did start with my grandma, but she showed me the bare basics. The bare basics. Oh, what? Oh, that was to YouTube. Okay. I do know that notification. So thank you for the YouTube subscription. I appreciate that very much. I saw that. She showed me the basics of how to use like a needle, like hand sewing. So I knew the basics of that from like when I was little. Fast forward like 30 years into the future, I got a sewing machine from my mother-in-law. She wasn't using it and I didn't know really anything about it. So I looked and looked and looked online and I found the manual. It was like in French and English and I had to make sure that the English, you know, make sure everything was translated. So I taught myself on this machine, this one, you can't see it, this one, taught myself on that machine by reading the instructions and just practicing. So, you know, fast forward to 11, 12 years later, here I am. I have this machine, my original one. I have one that's exactly like it that I got off of Facebook Marketplace for $50. I have a serger, and I did have another machine that was given to me, but my friend's daughter wanted to use it, so I was like, here, just take it back. And I gave her a sewing lesson, and she's already put a needle through her finger. It's like a whole thing. So, yeah, that's a long-winded story to say that I'm self-taught. I know you didn't ask for all of that information, but I gave it to you anyway. The long-winded way of saying that, yes, I figured it out on my own. All right, we got to get some more of these. We got to get some more of the second tier because I only have 5 of these. Only have 5 of these. That size is being neglected. So let's see what we can do to rectify that. I've used the word rectify twice in this stream. I never thought that that would be what I would do, but here we are. Using big old words. Big old words. But yeah, how long have you been sewing? You know, I'm gonna throw some questions back at you. How long have you been sewing? Huh? Quilting? You know, things like that. Let me know about you a little bit. If you want to, no pressure. Still gonna try to get the third tier. Yeah, okay. I'm still gonna get the third tier out of it. I don't care. I can always trim it down to a second tier.
People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name. Got screaming into it
Yeah. Yeah. What did I do with the rest of this fabric? I think I made a kennel quilt with it. Like this fabric that I'm cutting right here was a little remnant and it has like little tractor trailers or little like tractors on it. I don't know if you can see. This is gonna, yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's pretty neat. I always thought that like my sewing would be more technical than it is, But I think because I have to be so technical at my 9 to 5 that I end up being more free spirited when it comes to my side stuff, if that makes sense. Like I've always got to be, math is mathing, and I got to be on my typing and the emails and all of the corporate stuff, so that when I come and I do this, I'm more just free spirited. So I mean, there's some technicalities, but most of the time I'm just, okay, hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then I've learned a lesson. So, hey, it happens. It's all good. It definitely happens. But yeah, no, that's neat. That's a long time. That's a long time. I mean, 10 years of doing something. Like, I always tell people too the story of one of the things that really draws me to specifically patchwork is I love jigsaw puzzles. That is how I started my Twitch career. It's not really a career, but how I started my Twitch journey was I did jigsaw puzzles because nobody was doing them at the time. I mean, I started in I don't know, a long time ago on Twitch, and nobody was doing jigsaw puzzles, but now it's like a whole category, and like you got grandma, there's a puzzler, everybody in the community knows her as Gma. She got an award at the streamer, she got like a money package. I mean, she's like huge now. But yeah, like I was doing jigsaw puzzles back in the day, and yeah, so then I kind of went to cosplaying, and then went to sewing, and did a little bit of gaming here and there. But yeah, I will definitely say that my love of jigsaw puzzles is an influence to why I love patchwork now, because it's just like a big old puzzle. So I've always really just been a fan of streaming though, because I mean, I've met so many cool people, like really, really cool people. And like, even I can disappear for, a few months or a year, and I got folks that still show up, and they're like, hey friend, hey internet friend. So some of my Twitch community I've actually met in real life, so that's a fun thing too. But yeah, it's a good time. Yeah. I like that. Life gives you lemons or something like that. Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, yeah, it's like life, you get lemonade, and then you make it, and then you add the sugar. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there's something in there for sure, but yeah, pretty much. That sounds about right. Okay, well, that I mean, I'm not trying to I keep it low key. I keep things low key. So. Oh, did you finish it? Oh, nice. Okay, so let me tell y'all a story. So, Stank Flap here, I introduced him to the world of Kenasega. I'm gonna call it that way. But I introduced him to this art form recently. I did a few sample pieces. I'll show y'all the one that I'm happy with. So, all right, you see this? It's called quilting without sewing, basically, I think is what it's a Japanese term. But you take some foam board, these are just pieces of foam from the dollar store, glue them together, and then you get like a little adhesive thing and you put fabric on it. So this was the one that I made that was, you know, a little sunburst. So I introduced him to it. He was like, I want to do it. All right, cool. So he just finished his. He went all detailed with it. Let me show y'all what this guy did. Look at that. I could never. Look at the fancy pants over here. I gave him a pile of fabric and he did his design. He traced his design and drew it out and drew it on here and, you know, traced it onto the pattern. And he did his little Kinesega. And that is rad. I love this so much. I need to make a frame for this. Because that is cool as hell. Look at that though. The colors. I absolutely love this leg. Because it looks like muscles. I mean, it literally looks like muscles. But yeah, so he finished his. And I love it. I love it. Don't go detailed. It was a pain. Sharp corners, small round thing. Yes. Yeah, that's why mine is chunky. Mine is like big shapes. Because I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so that is his creation. I tried too hard. I think that's how you spell it. I put it in chat, pick pie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm spelling that right. But yeah, it's a Japanese word for either quilting without needles or quilting without sewing. It's something like that. But yeah, it's like a whole art form that I've rediscovered it recently and I got a little obsessed with it. So, yeah. So yeah, it's sometimes that happens. I'll see something on Pinterest cuz like I'm not really a huge fan of doom scrolling. I mean, I know some people like that's what they do in the evenings, but like my version of doom scrolling is getting on Pinterest and looking for new ideas to craft. I have learned that I don't need to try every single one of them. I can just observe it from afar. But yeah, no, this one was something I just had to try because I had the materials on hand. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, of course. You're welcome. You're welcome. Like that's what shoot, that's like the only reason why I'm like doing half of what I'm doing. Well, I mean, I would be doing this if I wasn't on camera or not. Like I would be cutting out these pieces for a new skirt. But yeah, like that's basically why I post on any social media, on Instagram, on TikTok or whatever. YouTube is I just want to inspire people to create. I think that everybody needs to be creating something. So yeah, I feel like that my position here on the online space is to just inspire and to teach people that, hey, you don't have to be perfect. You know, you can try it and just, you know, dick around with it. Like just have fun. So yeah. Yeah, no, I haven't done one in a little bit, but it's, I don't know, I feel like it's very relaxing. And it's something that's like small that you can do like sitting on the couch in front of the TV, you know, like how some people like knit and crochet, like they just have their little kit. Like with the Kinesega, yeah, you can just have your little board and just a handful of scraps and like literally just go to town. So, yeah, I find it very relaxing. I have a board ready for me to make my design. I just hadn't done it yet. So, but yeah, you're very welcome for learning something new. All right, so I have been cutting some of these big pieces and I need to do a recount. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, we're taking the duplicates out. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so let me do 2 more of the bottom tier and then I won't have any duplicates in that one. So that'll be a good thing. So no duplicates. And then with the ones I pulled out, I'm going to go ahead and make these into second tier ones. Oh wait, did I already do? I already have one of those. Okay, well then I'm just going to sit these here to the side. I may end up using those for something else. I'll make this one into a second tier. Just like that. All right. So now I have one of those over there. Okay. Okay, so 2 more big ones. Man, that's crazy. Crazy. All right, let's get this flannel. This flannel. Yeah, like it's not as heavy as like super duper flannel, but it's definitely flannel-like. But if I don't use too much of it, it won't make the skirt like super heavy. Like this one won't be nearly as heavy as that one. The other one that I made that I showed y'all, it is like 1.5 pounds, which I know doesn't sound like much, but it's chunky. Once you get it on, like it doesn't feel like it weighs you down or anything. It's nothing like that, but it's definitely got some heft to it. Oh, I missed my blade from an hour ago, y'all. I missed the new blade. It's okay. It's okay. It's still an upgrade. All right. One more. One more. I could do a patchwork piece. Let's see. What do I not have in here? I think I have all of the ones that I have over here in my big pile. What I may do is I may put this one back in because it is the same fabric, but it's in a different direction with the stripes. So I think I'm going to leave that in. Okay, so that means all of these are done. All of these are complete. So we are going to just put a pin in these. Kind of like that. And I'm going to set them to the side and say those are done. Bam. Yay. That's exciting. Okay, so now we're going to focus on these tier 1 and tier 2. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my pile over here with the scraps, and I am going to combine some so that we can make like some patchworky type things. Alright, before we can do that, we got to make sure that we have a straight edge that we can sew on. Gotta run, I'm catching up on House of Red. Thanks for hosting. Yes, for sure. It's very nice to meet you. And like I said, I plan on Tuesdays, Thursdays. So if you're ever around, hop right in and we'll continue talking, nerding out. But have a good evening or morning or whatever. Oh, you said you were in Louisiana, so obviously evening. Yeah, duh. Anyway, see you later. Oh, silly. It's like that happened so long ago. Oh. Alright, so. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put these together. And then we'll take them to the sewing machine. And like I said, we'll make like some patchworky type pieces. We'll take this one. And this one. Should be able to get. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and put this piece over here since we're done with it. I should be able to get. Oh, that one's just too short. All right. Well, I have other plans that I can do. Oh yeah, I have a pile of small pieces that I'm gonna save for other projects. Maybe another Kinesega. Yeah. Could use that. Is this one wide enough? Yeah. So I just need to add a little bit extra. A little bit extra down here. A little bit extra here. I really just want to make this piece work. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add it to this, and then we'll have to add it to something else, which is fine. Stay organized. We gotta stay organized. It's a big thing when it comes to sewing. Cause like, I know sometimes after I get done streaming, after doing all of this, and I'll just have everything everywhere. And then when I come in here the next day, I'm like, I'm like so tired. Cause when I get done streaming, I don't feel like cleaning up after myself. Oh. Do I want that together? Do I want it with a solid? I think I want it with a solid. Or with this. One of these. Or this. Could combine these and match the patterns. Let's see, how well can I match these patterns up? Basically, I need to put a white on a white, and I need to line up. Oh, those don't even. Oh, that's why it doesn't match. Because it's going in the wrong direction. Oh, that's interesting. It does not match in that direction, but in this direction it does. Okay. Okay. Let me use some pins, and I'm gonna sew this real quick and see if I can match this up. Knowing damn well I could just cut a piece out of what I got over there, but now it's a skill challenge. work how I want it to, but uh, well, I kind of did, but I got two blues together. All right, watch this. Watch this. Okay. All right. All right, let's try that one more time. Let's try it one more time. All right. Okay. And again, this is the challenge that nobody asked for. It's not terrible. It's not the best either, but I mean, from a distance, it's not bad. Okay. You know what? We're gonna roll with it. I'm using it. I'm gonna use it. Yeah. Yeah, because I can use it on the top of this. Yeah. Yeah. Use it that way. Yep. Yep. Yep, look at that. That is cool kid stuff right there. All right. Yeah, since I did not have a, what was that just fell? Was that a clip or was that, oh, that was a straight pin. I don't want to step on that. So I'm going to move it. Yeah, I didn't have a straight edge, so I just went with that right there. And we'll do it like this right here. Like this, like that. Boom. There we go. We got a piece of lovely something or other. All right. Let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna finger press that and lay that down. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See? I can bring that down like this. Okay. Yeah, see, that's how you work it. That's how you work it. You got pieces that are too small, you just work it out like that. So, yeah. That is what you do.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And
Oh, I was like looking at the time.
we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. am floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then I'm someone new. Baby, but you